Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. If you enjoy these videos and want more, don't forget to subscribe. I share content that's simple and helpful. Let's get started.
Finding out if someone served in the military can be important for various reasons. It often involves navigating privacy laws and understanding what information is publicly accessible. People might want to know this for background checks, verifying claims, or for genealogy research. It is crucial to approach this task ethically and legally. The most straightforward way to discover military service is simply to ask the individual directly. This method is often the quickest and most respectful. However, not everyone is comfortable sharing such personal information. Sometimes, direct questioning isn't possible or appropriate. If direct asking is not an option, other avenues exist. You must understand their limitations. Military service records are generally protected by privacy laws. The DD-214 form, which is a certificate of release or discharge from active duty, is a private document. It contains sensitive personal information. It is not available to the general public. For deceased veterans, the situation changes. Next of kin can request records from the National Archives and Records Administration, NARA. Specifically, the National Personnel Records Center, NPRC, handles these requests. They manage military personnel records for discharged and deceased veterans. Requests for information about deceased veterans can be made through the NPRC website. You will need to provide proof of death and your relationship. For living veterans, obtaining records without their consent is extremely difficult. The Freedom of Information Act, FOIA, allows for public access to government records. However, FOIA requests for military service records are subject to privacy exemptions. You can typically only request your own records. You can also request records of a deceased veteran if you are the next of kin. Requests for information about a living individual's military service by a third party are almost always denied. This is due to the Privacy Act of 1974. Publicly available information might sometimes offer clues. Obituaries often mention military service. News articles or local historical society records could occasionally contain such details. Social media profiles or online resumes might also include this information. This depends entirely on what the individual has chosen to share publicly. Always remember that information found online may not be fully accurate or complete. Professional background check services can sometimes verify military service. However, they rely on databases and publicly available information. They cannot access private military records without consent. Some services might verify dates of service if the individual provides a DD-214. They cannot independently access this private document. The Department of Veterans Affairs, VA, primarily deals with veteran benefits and services. They do not provide a public search service for military service records. They protect veteran privacy. In summary, direct communication is the best initial approach. For deceased individuals, the National Personnel Records Center is the key resource for next of kin. For living individuals, respect for privacy is paramount. Access to private military records is highly restricted. It generally requires the individual's consent or specific legal standing. Always consider the ethical implications before seeking such personal information. Thank you for watching. Please remember to like this video and subscribe for more helpful content.
Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.